Good afternoon, everyone. You are watching Psychotic Projects, and this is the Toothpick 747 project, episode 11. And man, I've done the intro like 3 times right now. I'm hoping that I don't mess it up. Um, Today, we are getting a lot done. And what I mean by that is this video is like 25 minutes long, and usually I have 12-minute long videos. So just strap yourselves in, and we're just gonna have a party. Um, Before we begin, if you haven't seen the earlier episodes, you might want to do that. There's a card up at the right corner of the screen that you can click to watch the previous episode. Because you might be kind of confused what we are talking about as I explain what we are doing. Okay, so today we are gonna fill in the space in between those 2 sections we did in the previous episode. We had the 2 sections. We're gonna fill it in, which means that we're gonna be super close to completing the bottom section of the fuselage. We just have the little like tips at the front and back that we need to do. And then we are going to put something very exciting on the fuselage. I'm not going to say what it is because you have to keep watching the video to figure out what it is. And we are also putting the main level, the main floor on the fuselage. So, yeah, I'm so excited. Let's jump right in and let's do it. All right, so before we can even begin work on the airplane, before we even touch it, I need to clean this place up. No commentary necessary. Oh man, this has been long overdue. Yeah. Alright, so I am going to do a time lapse because it's tradition for the last 2 times that I've cleaned my desk. Don't know if it counts as tradition, but you know what? I think it is. So let's get this time lapse going, and yeah, it shouldn't take too long, but it's still fun to do a time lapse. So. Alright, no, that is. Blah, 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 blah. Now that that is finished, it's time to begin work. Whoops. Okay, that's better. Let's adjust this. Okay, so now that the desk is all clean, we can finally begin work. Actually, while I was cleaning, I was thinking about how cleaning the desk is a little bit of cleaning and taking off all the scraps, but that doesn't take very long. It's mainly just reorganizing everything, and so like so like right here, I kind of just like laid out, here's all the tools I might need, and over here's all the extra stuff I have. So these are extra toothpicks, extra glue sticks, and extra toothpicks. So I just reorganized. All right, so what we're gonna work on next is I'm gonna measure this right here. Okay, so it's like exactly 4 inches. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to grab these, and let's hope that this is 4 inches. Okay, so these 2 toothpicks together is a little bit less than 4 inches. So I think what I'll have to do is I'll cut this in half. Maybe? Yeah, okay. So I'll cut this in half. Like that. And then we'll lay this right here. And then put that right there. And then we'll just measure this so that it is 4 inches. So we'd cut it right here. And then the extra part we have of this that would be cut off, we glue this right here, and then the extra part we glue right here so that it would be supported, because one of the reasons right here was falling off, this is the front, and the reason it was falling off is because there was no support. So let me show you. Okay, so when I glued it together, I'd basically glue it like that, and so literally these two pieces right here and right here, that's what would be holding it together, and so there was no support because the glue wasn't able to do that. While right here we have two pieces of glue, or two toothpicks, two layers of toothpicks that are kind of holding it together. And so that's kind of what this is going to do, is this is going to be placed right here so that we can glue these ends together, and it'll be strong enough to support all the weight that will it will support all the weight of this right here, because I mean it's not too heavy right now, but it's going to be heavier when we have the seats on here, and also the top of the fuselage will also be hanging on right here, and so we'll need as much strength as we can right here. So we're just gonna glue these ends together just like that, so that it'll be strong enough, because every bit of strength we have will be helpful. So that's what I'm gonna do, and then so once I have these glued together, then I will put them right here, and then I'll just kind of like curve it upward, and yeah, so it's gonna be a little bit of a longer process than just putting these on here. But I think it'll be easier than like doing like one section, like one layer of these and then another layer of these and then a tiny little one, because I won't exactly know where to put it. Whereas right here we can connect this end right here and then connect all of these, so it'll be the right shape. I don't know if that makes sense. It makes sense in my mind. I guess once I work on it and get it finished, it'll make sense in the end. Maybe. I don't know, but I'm just gonna get to work before I blow all your guys' minds up. Alright, so real quickly, two things. First one is my toothpick storage. Well, yeah, I don't know. I still don't know what to call this. We'll figure it out. My toothpick storage is out, so I'm gonna need to cut up a bunch of these. Ah, shoot. And second off, I realized that I want to keep the toothpicks, like this line, to keep it similar. And so for these ones, I just kind of laid them on there. They aren't looking too similar. But I decided that I'm going to, we're going to scoot the tripod. Alright, so I've kind of, changed up the process. So I'm cutting up a bunch of these. These are 1 inch. I'm cutting up these. These are 1 3/4, the same as these. And finally, I have these, which are, I don't even know. It's just kind of the leftover, but it should be the same size. Or, yeah, I don't know. But yeah, these are a certain size. I don't know exactly what they are. They come down to 16ths. Yeah, so I guess I'm going to have to cut up a bunch of these, which is going to make the tips be all over my table, which is kind of annoying. And then I'll just get back to work. So, let's do it. Alright, so after spending a few minutes, well, actually it was a little bit longer than a few minutes. It was probably 45 minutes. I'm not sure. But after spending a little while, I cut up a bunch of these. And now, this box right here is empty. Now this is the 4th box that I have emptied, which means that this is 2,000 toothpicks. But I haven't really, I guess I haven't used them all, so I guess the airplane isn't at 2,000 toothpicks yet because I haven't placed them in. But I've cut 2,000 toothpicks, so I'm interested to see if we can use up the rest of this stock in this episode to have it be episode 2000. I don't know if it's or not episode 2000. um, you know. Uh, so in episode 5 was episode like M or something like that, which is 1000 in Roman numerals. Um, and what's funny is it took me 5 episodes to get to 1000, and 5 episodes later I used another 1000. So maybe in 5 episodes I will have done 3000 toothpicks. So that'll be interesting to see. Um, Anyways, I'm just gonna get to work. I'm gonna cut these into these 3 sizes, and then I'm just gonna uh put them on here. It has come to my attention that this and this are not the same height. I mean, it's kind of hard to show you, but they're not the same height. So I'm gonna have to I'm gonna have to redo some math and figure out which one is wrong. I'm kind of hoping it's this one that's wrong, so I can just like cut all of this out instead of having to place more on here, like having to add. I mean, it won't be that difficult because it's like 6 more that I'll need to add, but still be a lot easier to just like cut this all out. But yeah, you can see that I have gotten a lot done. We're so close. So I think once I'm done with, all of this, then I'll just I will glue this onto there. And something else, but you have still yet to know what that is. Ha ha. um, and then we can work on that, and that is broken. Yeah. So yeah, I'm just gonna keep on grinding like I have been, and yeah, we'll see what happens. Okie dokie. Look at this. Look at this. Boom. I'm so excited for this. This is looking awesome. One interesting thing is right here. You can see there's an indent. So you can see that. So remember that this is the 1/2 inch. This is where there's gonna be double decker, and then about right here, this is where there's only one layer. And so remember that was a 1/2 inch, and so this is the spot where there was nothing in between it. And so basically I just connected this to this with these right here. And so you can see that this shape right here is indented, and so I had to connect like these indents like right here. Let me show you. Yes, you can kind of see like there's an indent right there. And so in order to connect this to right here, it's just a weird shape. But I mean, it's whatever. I don't care. It's makes it look cool. Okay, so the next thing we're gonna do is before we even put the main layer on there, there's something we need to do, and this is the thing I've been talking about where I don't want to spoil it. I didn't want to spoil it, but now that we're doing it, I gotta tell you what it is. So, look at this blueprint right here, okay? Now, there's my finger. So right here is where the seats would go, and before we can even put this, I can't even hint to it. Basically, we gotta put the wings in. I don't know why I was trying to hint at what it was. We gotta put the wings in because you can see that the main layer would go right here and the wings go under the seats. So basically what we gotta do is I gotta do some math to figure out exactly where they go, but I gotta cut out a little bit of right here. And then the wings are going in. And I have no clue how I'm gonna make the thumbnail picture because of how big it's gonna be. So yeah. So one thing I'm gonna do is basically to add strength and to make sure that the wings don't fall off. I'm gonna make like a cross section right here that just makes it so that wing won't fall off and it'll just stay right here. Instead of like glue being supported like on this right here, I'm just gonna add more so that it'll be stronger. Does that make sense? I mean, it makes sense to me. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna figure out where it needs to go. I'm gonna cut some of this out, and then we'll put the wings in there. So I'm really excited. But take another look at this. That's so cool. Okay, we gotta get to work. I've been speaking for 3 minutes without doing anything, so I'm just gonna get to work. I have done it. Actually, we have done it because we've been in this together. I don't know what that was for. But we have attached the wings. I haven't done supports. I'm just going to point to it because I can't pick it up. Because I haven't done supports across it. So I'm a little scared to pick it up. But, I mean, look how good that looks. It's amazing. It's crazy. This is amazing. I'm sorry. Yeah, so I just need to do supports, and I think I'm going to do a lot of supports. So one thing I was going to do is... Okay. So I was going to put a support right here, and here. I don't know if you saw that. Let me just, so like right there, and there, just like 4 supports. And you can see there's one support right there. And I wanted to do that, but I remembered it's kind of like doing this right here. Remember, this fell off the front. And so it's not very strong, right? So, I think, yeah, I think I'm just going to do like a ton of supports. Like, it's literally just going to look like this wing pretty much, except a little bit more disorganized because I don't care about how it looks. Yeah, so that's what I'm going to do. It's just going to be more supportive, and hopefully I will be able to pick it up because, I don't know. So, that's what we are going to do. So, let me just do the supports real quickly. Alright, so far, we have, these are 10 supports. Each support is like this, and they've been glued together. Let me kind of zoom in just a little bit so you can see a little bit better. Okay, so we have these supports right here, and it's actually interesting that you can kind of see how well the supports are holding it up. So let me adjust this real quickly, and actually I'll kind of zoom out just a little. Alright, so we have supports right here, and then we don't have supports right here. And if you watch, I can squeeze right here, and it doesn't really move all that much. But when I squeeze right here, it bends inwards, and so you can kind of see how well these are working. I think what I'm going to do is I have 10 supports right here. I think I'm going to put another 10 supports right here and then just leave this middle kind of empty because, I mean, it's kind of holding pretty strong. It's just kind of right here. So, yeah, I'm just going to have supports like right here, and then this middle part should be just fine. The thing is, this wing right here, if I lift it up, it's pretty bendy. Let me take this back. Alright, so you can see right here that it's pretty bendy, which is a little scary. I'm not sure what to do about that though. I'm probably not going to actually like lift it up until I have the rest of the 10 supports in. So I'm going to do that real quickly. Alright, so I have added the supports to the back, and yeah, it's looking a lot stronger. I ended up doing 13 on each side. I know. And that is because there are no more toothpicks in this box, and I know the desk has stuff all over it, but just take my word for it. There's no more toothpicks. So that is 2,000 toothpicks that have been used. That is crazy. I mean, I guess you can kind of wait, give me a minute. Okay, so I just put this on there. And besides all of the seats that I made a long time ago, this is basically 2000 toothpicks. Yeah, it's crazy. So, alright, so just two things real quickly. One interesting thing is if you look kind of close, you can see that the wings, they look pretty, clean, besides like right here pretty much. But then if you look like right here on the outside of the fuselage, it's not quite as clean, which is kind of funny. Okay, so the second thing I was going to say is now that we have the supports on there, I'm going to attach this on there. Basically what I need to do is I need to basically cut this right here, just like a little portion, and then on each of these supports on each side, so that we can attach it on here, or else like it'll be sticking up on here. And then I might have to get rid of these wherever they meet up with this. So that's what I need to do, basically, and it'll hold its strength because if you look close enough, you can see that all these toothpicks are connected to these supports, so they're all kind of connected to right here. So if I take off like these right here, it won't be that bad. So, yep. So that's the last thing I'm gonna do, and I will do that real quickly. All right. Sorry. Okay. So, yeah, we took off the supports right here, and those are the ones that go right here. And also, we've taken off, I need it to focus. Okay, there we go. We've taken off this right here, and I cut myself. Yep. Injury number 2. Alright, I'm just gonna quickly describe to you what was happening. Alright, so we had one of the supports, and I was just like taking it off kind of like that, and I had my hand right here, and then I was just taking off the support, and it just went quick. So yeah, forgot what I was gonna say. So I'm just gonna keep going. I was gonna say something funny, but I forgot what it was. I was like planning out in my head. Anyways, alright, so the next thing, actually the last thing I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna glue this on here. It's gonna be really quick, and hopefully this is the last time we see the bottom of this, because if we do see the bottom of this ever again, it means I messed up and I had to fix something. So yeah, let's just hope that didn't happen. So yeah, real quickly, I'm just gonna put it on there. It should be really easy. Okay, we did it. You can kind of see that there's like a little bump like right here that goes kind of up and down. That's kind of why I brought the view to down here. But yeah, the main floor is on there. Let me just adjust the height. Yeah, so it's looking awesome. I'm so excited. Yeah. Alright, actually there's two interesting things. One is down here. You can see that, let me turn the camera. Okay, so right here there's like a big gap, and it's just filled with glue. I'm gonna zoom in. Like you can see that this is like filled with glue because there's a big gap, and like if you look to the right, it doesn't have that, and it's the same on this side. Back here it has the pretty big gap too. But I mean that's fine. It still looks great. Take a panoramic. Okay, and then the second interesting thing is, can you see it? Yeah, there's this big hole right there, and that's literally been there since the beginning. I literally have, and it's not like I've missed it like that. I haven't seen it. I've literally seen it, and then I like, I'll work on it later. Like, could you imagine if like an airplane company was like building like a airplane, and they're like, wait a second, why is there an extra seat that hasn't been put in. They're like, well, there's a hole in the main floor, so we couldn't put the seat in. So I'm gonna have to fill that gap, and then you can see some of these are sticking out because of the bending, so I might have to glue the ends together. Actually, there's a lot of them sticking up. But we'll have to do that later because we have done a lot in this episode, and so I need to get it released, and I need to work on the next episode. And I'm not going to tell you what I'm doing because you're going to have to watch it yourselves. So hopefully I can release it in a week. I'm kind of going out of town again. Today is Tuesday, so if I can work Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, if I can just like grind it all out, then I might be able to do 2 episodes, and then I can release this episode this Saturday, and then the next episode next Saturday. But I don't know. We'll see what happens. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe. And you have been watching Psychotic Projects, and I'm out.